Welcome back to my channel, guys. So I hope you guys are doing great. So today I will be talking about Premier League Match Week 3 preview and prediction. The like target for this video will be 15, and if you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. Before I start my preview and prediction, I just want to say thank you to everyone for supporting me. I've officially hit 100 subscribers a few days ago. It was a very big achievement, and all the credit goes to you guys. So I hope you guys keep on supporting me, and I'll try to do my best to return you guys good content and stuff like that. So Brighton versus Manchester United. As we all know that Brighton are playing some really good football. They play two games, and both of the games they're performing well. Unfortunately, they lost one and won one. And on the other hand, for Manchester United, they played their first game last weekend, and it was a very disappointing performance against Crystal Palace. Even Ole admit that defeat were really deserved because we didn't play good football on that day. So it was a very interesting statement from him. For Brighton, they've been playing really good football. In terms of attacking, they've been dominating possession, which is a very good thing. Against Newcastle, they scored 3 goals, and they could have scored 1 or 2 more if they really take their chances. On the other hand, for Manchester United, they were also creating a lot of chances against Crystal Palace, but the finishing touch was just very poor for Manchester United. And I think Manchester United will be eager to get back to their winning form, or at least a draw, because as we all know that this season is a very tight season, so you have to make things go on your way. If you don't, you're gonna really struggle. As I said, this season is a very tight season, so you have to really reduce your errors. But I think Manchester United will actually bounce back, but I won't be surprised if Brighton won or draw this game. So this game can go either way, but to be honest, I am fancying Manchester United to win this game with a really tight score, 2-1. Crystal Palace versus Everton. I think this game is going to be a very good game, as we all know that both teams do have 6 points in 2 games, so both teams are performing very well. Surprisingly, Crystal Palace, I thought they would lose against Southampton and also Manchester United, but they really proved me wrong. But I think over here, they might not be good enough against Everton, who have been playing some really good football. And if you look at their player, the way they're striking, they have a lot of option. They're coming from everywhere. So I think Everton will once again dominate their possession, and Crystal Palace will play the counter-attack football. So therefore, I think we might expect some 1 or 2 goals from Crystal Palace from counter-attack, and I think Everton will really press too much, and it might be a little bit too much for Crystal Palace to handle. Therefore, I think Everton will win this game with a scoreline of 2-1. But I can tell you this game is going to be very fun because Crystal Palace will rely on counter-attack, and Everton will keep on coming at them. So this is going to be a very interesting game. West Brom versus Chelsea. I think this game is going to be one-sided, as we all know that Chelsea hasn't been playing some decent football, but they got 3 points against Brighton, and against Liverpool they got a red card, so it was a big setback. But I think Chelsea will bounce back in this game. West Bromwich, on the other hand, the last game performance was much better in terms of attacking. They scored 2 goals, but then they conceded 5 goals as well, and then they also got a red card. So they didn't have a good start, and I think they will be pointless again after this match week, because I think Chelsea might actually start to get into their rhythm, especially from this game onward, because West Brom, we all know they're not a really good side. So therefore, I think Chelsea might win this game easily with a scoreline of 3-0. Burnley versus Southampton. This will be a very good game, and this game can go either way. So for Burnley, they played their first game last weekend, and I think in terms of attacking, they're playing good football, but defensively, yes, they were a little bit not organized. On the other hand, for Southampton, I really expect a lot from them, but I think they'll do the same thing what they did last year, like catch up in the second half of the season. So I think they're going to do that this year once again. And for Southampton form, they're not really looking good. Against Crystal Palace, they did create a lot of chances, but like they were just not a good chances, and the finishing touch was really missing. And against Tottenham, they were just demolished by Tottenham. They lost 5-2. And I think the good sign for that game was only Danny Ings' performance. And other than that, I don't think they did play good football, even though Tottenham did make some error, but they didn't take the chances. So for me, this game can go either way, but I'm fancying Burnley because when they played the first game, the performance wasn't that good. But I think they will be now much organized, and against a team like Southampton, who are not really performing at the moment. Therefore, I think Burnley will be winning this game. I think the scoreline will be a little bit tight, and I'm gonna go with 1-0 to Burnley. I think this game it's gonna go either way, but I'm fencing Burnley because of Southampton poor form. Sheffield United versus Leeds United. I think this game is going to be a very good game. As we all know that Sheffield United strikers don't really perform well. Even last season they didn't. On the other hand, Leeds United strikers, they're performing well. They score some goals. And then for defensively, Sheffield United do have a well-organized and well-drilled defense. On the other hand, for Leeds United, they don't really have a good defense. They concede some goals in 2 games. So I think this game is going to be very wide open, and it's just going to favor Leeds United. Even though Sheffield United will play the counter-attack football, but I think the way Leeds United can push the opponents and like tear apart their defense, therefore I think Leeds United will actually win this game easily. But on the other hand, I think Sheffield United will also open their scoring account this season, because we all know that Leeds United defense is not that good. So I think we might expect another high-scoring game. I think Leeds United will win this game with a scoreline of 3-2. Tottenham versus Newcastle. I think this is a game Tottenham will have to win, and Newcastle will try to also come up with something, as they were really disappointing against Brighton. But to be honest, Tottenham winning 5-2 against Southampton, it was a very good game. They scored 5 goals, so I think they will be a little bit more confident. But defensively, I think they'll have to be a little bit well organized against Newcastle, as they will be playing counter-attack football against them. But to be honest, I think Tottenham will be a little bit too good for them, and I think Tottenham will win this game with a scoreline of 2-0. Manchester City versus Leicester City. This game is going to be a very good game, but I think Manchester City will be the favorite to win this game because the way they performed against Wolves, I think it was a very good performance. They played some different football compared to last year, so it was a very good sign. I was really expecting Manchester City to freshen up their tactics and stuff, and they finally did that, and I think they are going to be a team maybe winning Premier League as well, maybe. And on the other hand, Leicester City, yes, they do have a good start, but to be honest, they don't really perform well against big teams, and therefore I think Manchester City might actually win this game with a scoreline of 3-0. I won't be surprised if Leicester City come up with a fight, but I think since they don't really have a good record against Manchester City, so therefore I think Manchester City will win this game easily with a scoreline of 3-0. West Ham versus Wolves. This is a very good game. West Ham, particularly, they're performing very well. Wolves, on the other hand, their performance hasn't been really good at the moment. And we saw their performance against Manchester City. The last 30 minutes was a very good performance. So I think maybe they'll pick up their game once again in the second half like they did last year. So for me, this game is going to be a very tight one. And in terms of history, Wolves are the favorite because last 4 meetings, Wolves won 4 of them, both in home and away. So therefore, I think Wolves will win once again this game. I think it is going to be a very tight game. West Ham will create a lot of chances, but Wolves will win this game with a clean sheet and a scoreline of 1-0. Aston Villa versus Fulham. Fulham is obviously the home team and Aston Villa is the away team. Fulham did perform much better against Leeds United, so therefore I expect them to perform much better against Aston Villa. On the other hand, Aston Villa, they played their first game against Sheffield United, who were a man down. It was good that they picked up 3 points, but to be honest, if you look at their performance, they were kind of disappointing because even though they have all the possession, even though they were creating a lot of chances, but there was no one who was finishing the chances. So that was a very disappointing sign from Aston Villa. Like they did the similar problem last year as well. So therefore, I think because of that, Fulham will be aware of that, and Fulham and Aston Villa, they did play a lot of matches together. So therefore, I think Fulham will be the favorite to win this game for me, and I think they will win this game with a scoreline of 2-1. Liverpool versus Arsenal. This is a very good game, as we all know that Liverpool will try to defend their title this season. On the other hand, Arsenal will try to improve their performance from their last season. So to be honest, I think Liverpool do have a better form line. They won 4-3 against Leeds United and then 2-0 win against Chelsea. Their win against Chelsea was a very important one, especially defensively. They are not really performing well defensively. Their defense has been a little bit, I would say, messy in the past few games, including last season Premier League. So a 2-0 win against Chelsea and a clean sheet is a big plus for them. On the other hand, for Arsenal, they didn't really perform well against West Ham, so that was a really worrying sign. I think this game Arsenal will be once again sitting back and let Liverpool come at them. But I think the chances that Liverpool are going to create We all know that they can create some really good chances, like some really creative chances, and they got some really good finishers. Salah and Mane, they both are a very good finisher. So therefore, I think we will expect some goal in this game, and I think Liverpool will win this game with a scoreline of 4-2. And I won't be surprised if Aubameyang score a goal or two, as we all know that he's a very good finisher. You just need to give him a good ball in. So therefore, I think Liverpool will also Arsenal will also score some goal. Liverpool will also score some goal. Therefore, I'm gonna go with a 4-2 win for Liverpool. So that's it for Premier League Match Week 3 preview and prediction. And I'll see you guys soon. And if you guys are new here, please give a big thumbs up to this video and please subscribe to my channel. And yeah, see you guys soon.